if I'm easy work, I heard him say I'm easy work. If I was easy work, you would take all that money that he's offering you. But yet and still, he want 200 million for Benavidez, and he want 150 million fight me. So that just lets me know right there that I'm a threat to him.
Maybe someone's reacted to that news. I don't know. Or maybe it just fell through.
No.
But it sounds to me that the move to fight Jake Paul has just maybe derailed the other fight. But I don't blame Canelo Alvarez because financially, the bigger fight is Canelo-Jake Paul. Because in that fight, you've got two big stars. In the other fight, you've got two great fighters.
Terence Crawford has fiercely criticized Canelo Alvarez for reportedly backing out of their highly anticipated fight negotiations. Talks between the two boxing stars had been progressing well, with Ring magazine initially reporting that a deal was in place for a major showdown in Nevada this fall. However, the same outlet now claims that the agreement has collapsed due to both camps being dissatisfied with the terms. Ring magazine confirmed on X that the planned Canelo vs. Crawford fight is now off, shocking fans worldwide. Meanwhile, YouTuber-turned-boxer Jake Paul is facing heavy backlash over the fight's sudden cancellation. A post on X by Pete Gam declared, "It's official, Salt Canelo Alvarez ducked the #1 pound-for-pound fighter, Terence Bud Crawford." Canelo is now the biggest coward in boxing history, the biggest duck of all time. Many fans speculate that Canelo's rumored tune-up fight against a social media influencer played a key role in derailing the bout. Additionally, Turki Al-Sheikh, the financial powerhouse behind securing the Canelo vs. Crawford fight, has openly criticized Jake Paul's influence on boxing. As a key figure behind Riyadh season matchups, he has repeatedly expressed concerns that YouTubers entering the sport are harming its integrity.
Crawford, who should be a big star, but the reality is isn't. He's just an unbelievable fighter. So, listen, everything can change overnight, as you saw.
Yeah.
So, don't rule out Canelo Crawford. But as I'm hearing, Canelo-Jake Paul is done. And I get it. Yeah, I'll watch it.
Mad old game. Eddie, always a pleasure, mate. Really appreciate the time.
Listen, back up your ideas.
Some believe Canelo Alvarez's willingness to entertain a fight with Jake Paul played a major role in derailing negotiations for the highly anticipated super middleweight clash. Fans had hoped to see Canelo challenge IBF titleholder William Skull in an effort to reclaim his undisputed status at 168 pounds. Such a fight would have set the stage for two future Hall of Famers battling for all four belts, an entirely different scenario compared to facing an opponent whose last major victory came against a 58-year-old Mike Tyson. On X, user Canelo Lesnar commented that while the exact reason behind the cancellation of Canelo vs. Terence Crawford remains unclear, insiders speculate that a simple response may have triggered the dispute, particularly after Crawford's strong words for Teofimo Lopez. Reportedly, Canelo required Lopez to be Crawford's next opponent before agreeing to face him. Meanwhile, Crawford, far removed from a former Disney child actor, recently secured a dominant victory over Israel Madrimov in a packed stadium. Speculation surrounding a potential fight between Canelo and Paul has been rampant online, though no solid proof of negotiations existed until now. World Boxing News previously avoided engaging with these rumors, but the landscape shifted when the Crawford fight was moved from T-Mobile Arena to the Raiders' home stadium. In today's boxing world, nothing is off the table, but the idea of a four-division champion, holding the WBO, WBA, and WBC titles, stepping into the ring with Paul seems highly unlikely. What would Canelo even gain from such a matchup? Would a fight like this even sell tickets in Las Vegas, a city known for showcasing boxing at its highest level? It's doubtful. However, in the digital age, even the slightest hint of a possibility can quickly spiral into real-world consequences, often to the detriment of those involved. Boxing fans are left frustrated as rumors of a potential megafight between Canelo and Crawford have officially been shut down. The highly anticipated showdown between two of boxing's biggest stars had fans buzzing with excitement, but the latest developments have triggered backlash, with many in the boxing community criticizing how the situation was handled. One frustrated fan called out the sport's tendency to mishandle major fights, saying, "Boxing is a joke. Sometimes they announce fights before anything is even signed." This reflects a growing sentiment among fans who are tired of premature announcements that never materialize. Another fan expressed disappointment, saying, "They got us all hyped up just to break our hearts." Given how rare it is for undisputed champions from different weight classes to face off, the letdown is understandable. Some fans pointed out the overwhelming support Crawford had received in hypothetical matchups, with one noting, "The support for Crawford to win is insane." Crawford recently solidified his status as the best pound-for-pound fighter with dominant victories, and many believe he would have posed a serious threat to Canelo. Others speculated that contractual issues played a role in the fight's collapse. Rumor has it Canelo saw the fine print and realized the winner had to fight Benavidez, one fan suggested, referring to David Benavidez, a top super middleweight contender known for his aggressive style and relentless pressure. A mandatory fight with Benavidez would have been a high-risk scenario for either fighter, adding another layer of complexity to the negotiations. Not everyone viewed the cancellation negatively, though some believe it was actually a blessing for Crawford. One fan commented, "Crawford dodged a bullet, he can't make 168, and taking that cash grab would have hurt his legacy." While Crawford is undoubtedly a generational talent, moving up to 168 pounds to face a seasoned super middleweight like Canelo would have been an enormous challenge. Many believe the risk outweighed the reward and that Crawford's legacy is better preserved by staying within his natural weight class. This isn't the news boxing fans were hoping for, especially after months of anticipation. It seemed like the long-awaited showdown was finally within reach. Reports initially suggested that negotiations between Canelo and Crawford were making real progress, but now it appears the historic clash between these two pound-for-pound greats may never happen. While the exact reason behind the fight's cancellation remains unclear, the significant weight disparity between Crawford and Alvarez was a major concern. Many experts and former champions had already questioned whether Crawford jumping up 2 weight classes was a realistic move. Meanwhile, David Benavidez has now entered the conversation. Perhaps the timing just wasn't right. In an interview with Ariel Helwani, Benavidez, who recently won a title eliminator against David Morrell, shared that he would prefer to face Dimitri Bivol instead. Benavidez believes that if Bivol, who famously defeated Canelo 2 years ago, wins his next fight, it would further solidify his status as a top contender in the division.
David, that you will fight the winner of Bivol.
Yeah, I'm pretty confident. To be honest, the only thing that I'm thinking about is that if Bivol wins this fight, like what they would have to do a rubber match, you know what I mean? And like I'm just like thinking, who am I to say that they can't fight another fight because they fought 2 great fights. So that's basically the only thing I'm thinking of right now. But I would, if that's something like that would happen, I think I wouldn't fight until they get that done with, and then I would move into that fight after they have a trilogy. So that's really the only thing I'm thinking right now.
That would be a long break for you. Like, let's say conceivably they fight again October,
Terence Crawford is on the brink of making history as a 3-division undisputed champion. If Alvarez is no longer an option, Crawford could ignite a series of unification bouts, potentially setting up a showdown with Sebastian Fundora, with whom he has already exchanged heated words. Criticism has been widespread, with many believing Crawford's technical mastery would give him a clear advantage in the ring. This has fueled speculation that Alvarez may have hesitated to take the fight, wary of suffering a 3rd career loss. While some fans admire Crawford's tactical brilliance, others remain drawn to Alvarez's exceptional skill set, particularly his devastating body shots and rock-solid defense. The prospect of taking his first loss in years against an elite opponent from a neighboring division is a daunting scenario for Canelo. It also raises a crucial question: is it fair to force a champion to move up 2 weight classes? For now, fans will have to wait and see how things unfold. David Benavidez's future could play a significant role. If he becomes the undisputed light heavyweight champion, Alvarez may find it harder than ever to avoid a long-anticipated showdown.
I'm gonna rest and talk with my team, and like I say, everybody asking for everything, but and I always did. I always fight with everybody. You asking so, but right now I'm in the position I can ask him to. So I'm in the position I can ask him to, and I can do whatever I want. And
Crawford had spent nearly a year campaigning for this fight, even meeting with Saudi boxing chief Turki Al-Sheikh in London, a key financial backer of the highly anticipated matchup. Sources indicated that negotiations were nearly finalized, with an official announcement expected during UFC 306 in September. Crawford and Al-Sheikh later went live on Instagram, where Bud seized the opportunity to call out Canelo following his victory over Edgar Berlanga. "Yo, Chui, tell them we're going for Canelo next," Crawford declared. Al-Sheikh responded, "Yes, let's go, Canelo, come on, we are ready." Crawford then added, "You heard it from him, just put me in the game." Canelo versus Crawford, the biggest fight in boxing. But we stay ready, so we ain't got to get ready. However, the idea of a Canelo versus Jake Paul showdown is now dominating conversation. The notion of the reigning unified super middleweight champion facing a former YouTuber with no legitimate boxing credentials seems absurd, yet, here we are. In a world where social media drives speculation, this rumored matchup isn't just being discussed, it's making headlines and fueling debate across the boxing community.
Done deal. Terence Crawford, Canelo Alvarez. Early thoughts? What do you think?
Yeah, look, the first thought is, can he handle the weight jump? Can he handle the weight jump? He being Crawford. Against Matchmundorf, people are going to say, oh, he had some hiccups. Who don't have hiccups? When you eat something that's a little difficult to eat, and Matchmundorf was a little difficult to eat, he's not easy to digest, he's a good fighter. But when you eat something that's a little tough to digest, you get hiccups, right? So, come on, he's human. So he had a few hiccups. He won the fight. He's Terence Crawford. A lot of people say, oh, Teddy, you make him so good. You're always saying how great Crawford is. But who's he beating? He unified the, what was his first division? Lightweight, then he unified the junior, then he unified the junior welter, then he unified the welter. I think I got the weight classes right.
For now, the actual outcome of the fight takes a back seat. What's truly remarkable is the frenzy it has generated purely through speculation, a testament to Jake Paul's undeniable talent for stirring up hype. Amid the buzz, boxing analyst Chiz the Adult weighed in on the rumored showdown. During a discussion, Chiz emphasized that a fight between Terence Crawford and Canelo Alvarez would easily overshadow any potential clash with Jake Paul. Cinnamon needs a May opponent who poses no risk to his standing or reputation. The big fight is Canelo versus Terence Crawford. Canelo is the heavy favorite, but that's the fight that matters. You don't want to risk it, since Jake Paul poses no real threat. A May bout against him would be the safest option for Canelo, he explained. Furthermore, Chiz suggested that a fight with Paul could actually generate more revenue than one against Crawford. That's the world we're living in. What am I going to say? He remarked. Despite criticism, he argued that a matchup against Paul would be a massive payday for Canelo. Like it or not, people would show up. The hate people have for Jake Paul will fill the arena, he said, adding that we live in a time where people gather just to hate. That hate alone will sell the fight. He also noted that backlash against Paul has intensified since the controversy surrounding his fight with Mike Tyson, suggesting that some fans might even see Canelo as a hero for stepping into the ring with him. Chiz isn't the only boxing insider discussing the rumored matchup. MMA journalist Ariel Helwani also shared his thoughts on the Ariel Helwani Show, praising Canelo's ambitious fight schedule. There are reports that Canelo versus Jake Paul might actually happen in May, and if that's true, what a freaking year for Canelo Alvarez. Holy those are two massive paydays, Helwani said. However, he refrained from questioning the legitimacy of the rumors, instead acknowledging the sheer magnitude of the speculation. That's all for today's update. If you enjoyed this breakdown, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell icon so you never miss our upcoming content.